In example 3, we are going to solve by multiplying each side by a reciprocal. So the first thing we need to understand is what is a reciprocal. If we have a fraction like 3 over 4, the reciprocal would be to flip that fraction around, so the reciprocal would be 4 over 3. Another example, if I had a fraction of negative 2 over 5, the reciprocal would keep the same sign, and it would be negative 5 over 2. So I'm just flipping around the 2 and the 5 to make it 5 over 2. I flipped over the 3 and the 4 to make it 4/3. So let's get rid of that. And now let's go through and solve our equation. If we take a look at our equation, we have 14 equal to negative 7/8 times p. Our goal is to get rid of that fraction that's being multiplied by p. To do that, we are going to multiply both sides by its reciprocal. So that would look like taking negative 8 over 7, and we're going to multiply that by 14. And then we're going to take negative 8 over 7 and multiply that by negative 7 over 8 times p. On the left-hand side, if we multiply negative 8 over 7 by 14, then we are going to end up with negative 16 equal to, on the right, a negative times a negative will make this a positive. And then 8 over 7 times 7 over 8. If you use your rules of multiplication, simplifying on your diagonals, 8 divided by 8 is 1. This 8 divided by 8 is 1. On my other diagonal, 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 7 divided by 7 is 1. Everything cancels out to be just 1, so I am left with p all by itself. And I get p is equal to negative 16. I can check my answer. So over on the right-hand side, I'm going to go through and check. And to check, I'm taking the p-value that I got, negative 16, and I'm plugging it into my original equation. So I get 14 equal to negative 7 over 8 times negative 16. And if you plug that right-hand side in your calculator, you will get 14 equal to 14, so it checks out. Now, if you don't want to use the idea of a reciprocal, you can do this one other way. So I'm going to go ahead, and get rid of this first part. And let's get rid of this part and the check step. And we're going to start over again for those of you that would like another idea. Instead of multiplying by a reciprocal, we can also think of this as multiplication, negative 7 over 8 times p. And just like before, if you're multiplying by something, the opposite would be to divide. So I could just divide both sides by negative 7 over 8. If I divide the right-hand side by negative 7 over 8, I can also divide the left-hand side by negative 7 over 8. And I will still get negative 16 equal to p. So you could do it either way that you want. Now I would like you to pick a way that you prefer, whether it's using the reciprocal or whether it's just dividing both sides by that fraction. And I want you to do the try this. When you are done with the try this, you can unpause this and check your answers. So go ahead and hit pause now. If you did the problem right, letter A, you should get x equal to negative 21 over 8. And if you did letter B correctly, you should get B is equal to negative 81. If you did not get those two answers for either one of them, please pause your video and raise your hand, and I'll come around and help you.